Welcome to today's deep dive. Imagine you are wiring up a remote broadcast setup. You have like four massive video feeds, dozens of tangled cables, and absolutely zero desk
Oh
space.
yeah, that is always a total logistical nightmare.
Right, and usually solving that nightmare requires hauling in a massive, heavy server rack. But today we are looking at a product spec sheet for the Kiloview KVW-RN01.
Yeah, it looks like a super niche piece of AV equipment.
It really does, but it shows how to solve that chaos with exactly 19 inches and, well, about 1 pound of metal.
It's actually a fascinating case study in bringing elegant order to chaotic workflows. Because, housing four full NDI devices usually means dealing with a total mess of loose components.
And so many power cords.
Exactly. These devices are passing broadcast quality, high-definition video over your local network. The KVW-RN01 tackles the mess by consolidating them into a 1RU rack.
And just to clarify for anyone outside the AV engineering world, 1RU just means it takes up a single standard rack unit of vertical space.
Right, about 1.75 inches. It is designed to slide perfectly into standard server equipment closets.
It really is this elegant blueprint of order. And even if you never plan to wire up a video production studio, the concept of streamlining a complex system is highly relevant to all of us.
Oh, for sure. And to understand its value to a workflow, we really first have to look at its physical footprint.
Yeah, I kind of see it as a customizable bento box for AV geeks.
I love that.
You neatly compartmentalize up to four video codec devices into this one unified frame.
And the specs ground that perfectly. It is incredibly portable. It weighs just 1.10 pounds, so half a kilogram, and measures roughly 19 inches across.
So it isn't adding any real bulk.
No, not at all. It strips away the excess. Because it relies on such a lightweight chassis, a single camera operator can mount all those modules into a mobile road case.
Without needing heavy-duty structural support to hold it together.
Exactly.
Which makes sense mechanically. It's less like a generic storage box and more like a custom motherboard.
Yeah.
The physical frame creates portability just by standardizing the space those loose devices occupy.
But standardizing physical space can quickly become a bottleneck.
Right, if it forces you into a rigid setup.
Yeah, a lightweight frame is useless if it's inflexible. So the true genius here lies in its internal flexibility. The spec sheet highlights a core feature they call freely mixing.
Okay, freely mixing.
Yeah, users can combine four totally different encoding and decoding modules inside the single chassis.
Wait, let me push back on that freely mixing claim for a second.
Sure.
Because whenever marketing copy says something is universal, it usually isn't. Is it actually universal? Like, can you just jam any Kiloview device in there?
No. And that is the crucial limitation hidden in the specs.
I figured.
Yeah, it perfectly houses the N3, N30, N4, and N40 models, but it explicitly excludes the U40.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's flexible, but within a strictly defined ecosystem. It requires a highly specific form factor to fit those bays.
That limitation actually explains the efficiency of the whole design. By excluding structural outliers like the U40, they didn't have to overbuild the chassis with extra adapters.
Right. You are trading infinite choice for curated, reliable order.
Which is exactly what you want in a high-stakes environment.
Exactly. And establishing that kind of curated order doesn't even require a massive budget. The spec sheet lists this modular chassis at a highly accessible $158.
Oh, and there is a surprisingly quirky detail at the bottom of the listing, too.
The checkout code.
Yes, it is literally just the number 10, the word percent, and off, 10% off.
That is amazing.
Just a straightforward touch to remove friction from the checkout.
Well, hardware engineers design unifying chassis like this specifically to take disparate video tools and mix them into one cohesive unit.
It fundamentally changes how you approach the problem, so
Okay.
leaving you with this thought today. Think about your own daily workflow.
Digital or physical.
Right. Where else are you juggling separate, disconnected tools that desperately need a unifying framework? Maybe it's time to build a chassis for your own chaos.